Gold. I got some. Let's see what this looks like, man. I'm excited. Okay, I'm just gonna do this under here so I don't reveal any information here. So in case you guys don't know, this is Black Bullion from the Black Bullion Show. And up to this point, I have primarily spoken about and I've shown my silver. I showed my first ever unboxing of a collection of silver, and this is going to be an unboxing of my first ever gold. So this is going to be exciting, at least for me. So I'm going to take a look at what that is over there. All right. So in addition to gold, I also got some additional silver. So here's that silver. Again, this is from SD Bullion. I really like these guys. I really like their website. I like I like what they have to offer. I like the information they provide on their website. There's some cool podcast information on there as well. So here's some silver. It came with this cool packaging, which is pretty interesting. So if you get one piece of silver from SD Bullion, you may get this kind of setup where you get like this plastic wrap. And it's a pretty thick plastic wrap, so nothing to worry about, it just falling through. But yeah, 2019 Silver Eagle. And I wasn't sure how this was going to come out. Actually, I'll put this right here so you guys can see it. I wasn't sure how this was going to come out. That's why I bought these bad boys. I actually got the silver over the weekend, and I wanted to record this when I had the time to. And right now it's in the morning time, if you can't tell from my voice and everything. So this right here should be the piece de resistance. So you may be wondering, so why did I decide to get gold at this point? And how much gold did I get? So you'll see, and the primary reason why is, and again, like I always say in all of my videos, I'm not a financial planner. This is all for, this is all, what I'm doing. If you need some help with your financial futures, please seek a financial planner. And please seek a tax expert as well. So let's see what's in this bag. Ah, so it's funny, like they have this extra bag here that was inside of another bag to secure what we all are seeking for, or seeking eventually. And it makes sense because this is smaller than 1 ounce actually. So I actually got a 1/4 ounce of gold, and I'll tell you why in a second after I feast my eyes on this thing and start drooling a little bit. So this would be kind of cool. I'll actually show you the comparison of size between 1/4 ounce and an ounce. So this is real gold. This is actually, I've never seen real gold in my life. So this is actually pretty cool. At least for me. So yeah, let me flip this so you guys can get an accurate look here. Yep. So there she is, Lady Liberty. Yeah, man. 1/4 ounce of gold. Let me show you the size relative to an ounce of silver. So yeah, it's definitely smaller, definitely less weightier, obviously, different weight. But if you guys were to, or if you guys are looking into getting quarter ounce, maybe this is something you might want to consider. Size, I don't know for what reason, but this may be something you may want to think about. Um, yeah, man, this is so cool. Like actually seeing the real deal is is exciting. So the reason why I decided to get some gold in addition to silver is that I actually created a budget for myself. And I'll go into it a little bit deeper. But the budget is essentially based off of my financial goals, for the long term and also for the near term. Near term being about 3 to 5 years, and I am also factoring in, a year when there might be a possible recession or slowdown. I also am a worst case scenario kind of guy, so this could be, a huge recession, or some people talk about a whole financial collapse. So for me, from doing the research and reading I've been doing, we're living in unprecedented times. The debt to GDP ratio that America currently has is not a common occurrence, and the amount of money that we have, in addition to the debt to GDP ratio, the amount of money that we have in debt is astounding. So, you know, I I'm pretty. There are a lot of other metrics there too that I'm kind of leaving out here, but I'm just trying to be really quick about this. But I'm factoring all this stuff into a potential slowdown. And what am I doing in preparation? So, I'm not a very, rich person, but, I was fortunate enough to land a job that pays pretty decently recently. And what I'm doing is I am putting some money into savings and also into investment. I'm basically being a little bit more conservative with how I'm using my money. I'm not doing that much spending in the way of, fun and frolicking and all that kind of stuff. I'm actually trying to be a little more conservative in how I look at my money. And in the very beginning, I had the option of obviously putting some money into a 401k, 401(b), or 403(b), I'm sorry. And I decided to not do that at this time. I'm not completely against investing in American businesses, but at this particular time, I do not want to do that when I believe there will be a severe cutback or some type of cutback um, in the amount of money that will be invested in. And of course, you can talk about potential losses and capital gains. I'm sorry, and um, the that's not capital gains. I'll remember it later. um, um, compounding compounding interest is what I meant to say. Um, there are gains in that, but for me, if you look at the performance of gold relative to the S&P 500 since 2000, gold has vastly outperformed the S&P 5000. And there I don't need to preach to the choir to you guys, but essentially what I'm doing is I'm starting my stacking journey um, for investment, and also I just want to get my family in the mindset of also just being mindful of stacking precious metals. So I want to be the first person in my family to start doing this consistently, and I'm also doing this for investment as well. I'm hoping I don't, in the future, I don't plan on cashing out on my precious metals, completely. But there may be a point where I may liquidate at a certain point. Um, Now, what's the cash for? The cash that I'm setting aside is for the near term when things go awry, and I may need some money. Also, I went through a layoff earlier this year. So, with that fresh in my mind, I knew how important having liquid cash was to me at that moment. Like I needed it, and I'm glad I actually saved some money, a lot of money, before that actually happened. So for me, with that, with also the possibility of an economic slowdown or recession, that may happen again to me. Who knows? Knock on wood, but I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't happen to you guys. But for me, having that liquid cash in addition to stacking is important. I was talking to my friend about this the other day, and I was like, "Hey, man, stacking is great and fine, but you know, how can I eat if I can't eat? You know what I mean? Like, how can I eat, i.e., stacking metals, if I can't eat? Not having the money to purchase the precious metals. How do I get the money? Having a job. So if I don't have a job, I'm gonna need money. So it's just you got to be realistic in a lot of these situations. But I'm kind of rambling at this point. But I did want to show you guys my unboxing of gold. I got 1/4 ounce of gold and 1 ounce of silver. And I'm not done yet for this year. I actually have some more precious metals that I want to get, and I also am going to be setting aside some money. Again, I'll probably go over my budget with you guys at a later date. But I just want to end this video and say thanks again for checking out this episode of Black Bullion. Please like and subscribe, share with friends, and yeah, have a good one.